All right, so formatting and data types. This was the one, I mean, formatting and data types specifically, probably 90% of the problems on the quiz. So almost any question that you're going to see on the quiz is susceptible to either data type mismatches that would cause the program to fail, or something with formatting that if you get it wrong in a free response question, it'll take a few points off. The other thing is if you're looking at a multiple choice, anytime you're looking at a multiple choice and you see 3 different versions of the same number, like I'm not going to give you a quiz question where there's a formatting issue and I'm going to give you like all different numbers and you have to see the one that's formatted correctly. What it'll be is like anytime you see 3 different versions of the same number and they're all like, some has 2 decimal points, some has no decimal points, and some have, 3 or 4. Look at the formatting, right? So the other thing that you'll see are like data mismatch sort of deals. So if I put a next double right here, what's going to happen is it's getting entered into an int box, and unless you specifically say, hey, I want this to be an int, right? Java's going to look at that and say, hey, you're going to lose precision here. And what that means is when you have a decimal number, that's a very precise number, right? Down to like the hundredths or even the thousandths. And then if you're going to throw all that information away past the decimal point, you want to explicitly tell Java that you're going to do that. So if you see this on a quiz, right, that's okay. That'll work. But this, just popping it in, will not. It'll give you an error. Does that make sense so far? Questions on that? Okay. So the other one was, let's say I have a double here. And these actually, we got a lot of these wrong. Let's just say I wanted to print out a double. Sometimes it'll ask you, it'll tell you, it'll give you the output like average, right? And then it'll be, let's just say a 4, right? Like that. And you have a double here, right? Well, if it says 4 right here, you don't see any decimals, right? Again, use printf. And sometimes I'll even give you the printf. I'll say, hey, use printf, right? And you can say, there's 2 ways to do it, right? You can go 0.0f, which will give you what you want. What did I do? Forgot the comma. There we go. So I can do it like that, or I can do the %d, and I can cast that to an int. And it'll print the 4. Questions on that one? So that's mostly, is this going to, create the right data types? Any kind of errors? Look for those, especially in something that's small. Data type and formatting are like super important on most of the multiple choice.